One of the things we know is that stress is remarkably contagious. And when adults are stressed, kids are stressed. And I think we've created systems in the for this past generation that have increased the stress for everybody. When we think about it, and as an educator, one of the things I think about is the increased efforts to raise test scores, beginning with No Child Left Behind, and the impact that that has had on the stress of everybody in the system. There's an unprecedented mental health crisis for kids. We know that. But we also, less known, but I think just as concerning, is that according to Gallup, the most stressed profession in America now is K-12 teachers. We also have a Surgeon General who just put out an advisory about parenting, and that just being a parent increases the level of stress for people. So we've got everybody in the system is in crisis. And when I think about, there's all sorts of different factors, and a lot of people have given a lot of, I think, accurate and understandable focus on technology. However, one of the most compelling studies that I was able to see was emergency room visits for kids by week. And what you saw was that graph absolutely mimicked the contours of the school year. It was incredibly low during winter break. It increased significantly once winter break was over for second semester. It dove. Kids are 2 times more likely to take their own life over the summer. I mean, during the school year as compared to the summer.
Right.
So it dips during the summer, and then it goes right back up in August. And even when you've only got 3 days for Thanksgiving, you see this dip in emergency room visits for kids, and then it goes back up and then plummets again. And so I guess there's a story there, and I don't think it's a story that we tell enough, but I think that in our efforts to increase academic rigor, we've put a lot of pressure on kids, on educators, and on parents. And that's one of the things that they found 2019, even the high achieving kids, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation named the top environmental conditions harming adolescent wellness. And poverty, discrimination, trauma, we knew about those. But then there it is, this excessive pressure to excel. And so I think that there are some things. I think these are self-inflicted wounds for all of us. And these are parts of a system that I think that if we can do just the basics, we can still be able to support kids and their academic engagement while also providing the things that we know support not just their learning, but also their mental health.